Oh, how's this guy? Okay, so it's the driver on 18. Probably one of the worst drives of the day. So you can see where you're aiming sort of down the right side there. There's the shoulders and feet, and the club head is right there. Okay, and then you'll see what I was telling you about on the first hole. So you can see the takeaways quite a long way inside already, and then we're going to return to the same place. So obviously that ball is going to be going with that quite inside and open. That ball's obviously going to be going out right. Okay, and then you can't flick the face closed from there, otherwise the ball's going to go left, isn't it? So you've got to swing generally more online from the takeaway and matching the downswing, which you did much better on the back nine after we spoke on the first hole. Okay, so still aiming slightly down the right, but you'll see the difference on this one. Actually, the club is setting square as well, so that's already a good sign. But you see how much more outside your hands and online to your target that club head is coming into impact. This one was maybe a touch steep, that's why it came out a little bit lower than you wanted. But at least it's online. It's not too far inside, and it stays online. Okay, so you can see there that it's the short game and the putting. That's where you're bleeding shots. We have been doing quite a lot of swing work and changing those ideas and perspectives and angles. And it might not be comfortable yet, but it is much better, and your dispersion factors are much better. And there was only really that one drive that ducked a little bit, and you got away with it anyway, so not a big issue. A couple of misses to the right, still a touch of alignment. Obviously these things get a little bit worse as we get through the longer clubs, and you can see in that video there with the driver, and they have a couple of irons in the back line, but then our front line, the back line, but then you started to fix it after we chatted. But we can see sometimes you still get a little of that tendency to get inside and then obviously attack the ball inside. Okay, at least you're not flicking it over in the lefts, but there are a couple out to the right. So just got to really make sure that that club is online, and then most importantly online coming back. Okay, but it is much better. All right. From a putting perspective, +7 with the putting obviously way too much. Today was very much a speed issue. I'm not too concerned about it because obviously we're changing those processes a little bit, and it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to. But I'd like to add in that we read our speed. Okay, so I'd like you to walk around and get a side profile of your putt. Give your putt a ratio, okay, of 1 to 5 with speed. 1 being the slowest, 5 being the fastest. Okay, and then obviously then try and dial in that speed control of those lag putts, and then obviously we'll do a little bit of work. It's not a technical thing, there's nothing, you're not mishitting them, the tempo is not really changing, so it's just learning that touch, but actually deliberately reading the speed. Okay, you're going to have to now work that in to our next level of green reading. A couple of mental game mistakes which we spoke about, but that's part of the journey, and I'm happy with that. And sharing the card with Jacques really helped. And then obviously short game. Okay, so we've got to figure out. So we just got to figure out a plan. Okay, so I want to, for now, I want to split the short game between what I'm going to call short game A, short game B. Short game A, very easy shots, nothing in front of you. Okay, we must find out our best shot, our best club, our most comfortable technique. And we want to be up and down in 70 to 80% of those short game A shots. Okay, and then short game B are more difficult. Okay, either you got a dodgy lie, or you're up a slope, over a bunker, or a tight flag, something like that. And there we're going to generally use the pitching technique. So we're going to open that face a little bit and just gently learn to release that club under the ball. Semi sort of bunker type of shot. And we're just going to err a little bit on the safe side for now. So we're just going to really get comfortable with that little sort of 20-meter pitch shot. Try and get really good at it, and in terms of strike, and just not compound errors from there. So that'll be our short game B shot, and then short game A we'll figure out if it's going to be putting from off the green, whatever, that's fine, as long as we stick to it, okay, and then we execute it, right? Because the short game is also where you're letting out. So +5 with the short game, +7, that's already 12 shots. All right, so I don't expect you to be, let's say, perfect from there, but +2 or +3 is acceptable over the short game. That is where we don't want to spend unnecessary shots. Okay, so setup, swing, alignment, whatever, all much better. Okay, just get that swing path back on track. Okay, especially with the longer clubs. And remember that some of it happens in the takeaway now with the long clubs. Okay, so take it away online so we can deliver it online, and then read that speed into the putting as much as you can.